Hey, all you beautiful people. Welcome to this special pick a card reading where we're asking Spirit, how can I deal with this crap? There's just this energy going on in the world right now that it kind of can feel kind of crappy at times. And so Spirit wanted me to have a little pick a card with a little bit of humor in it as well, but to give us this direction. This is like this compass giving us direction on what we can do and a very solid foundation as we move forward. So we're going to basically pick 3 cards from this deck. Let me grab that card here, the Cosmic Journey Oracle. And then you can pick which one out of those. And actually they want me to do 4, so we will pick 4 cards. And just see what direction they'd like to give us. All right, so okay, there's one here. So you got your first one, which is your effortless effort is fully required. Like that, card number 39. We'll put that over here. What else? Okay, and then you have your greatest joy pollinates the world, card number 41. Put that here. And what else? Okay, got this one here, which is Synchronicity is a love letter from the universe across time and space, card number 24. And then reading number 4 will be this one right here, the hero of your cosmic journey. I love that. And this one is card number XI, number 11. So look and see which one resonates with you. And of course, if more than one resonates with you, watch as many as your intuition draws you to. And if you start watching one and it doesn't resonate, that just means that another one of the messages will resonate for you. I'll have timestamps for each of the ones down below. This will be number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. So we'll jump into number 1 right now. And if you chose reading number 1, which is the Effortless Effort, then this is the reading for you. This is card number 39. And this card, I love this deck because it says, It's a complete paradox, right? How can you provide your effortless effort? And as you play with the cosmic concepts you encounter in this oracle, you'll start to develop a sense of when to push and when to just allow. There's a dance of action and surrendering, of doing and being. By putting your full heart and 100% effort into something, you actually win. Putting in the work, if it's from a true place of meaning, is itself your reward. It's only the attachment to the results that creates disappointment, frustration, depression, etc. Think about it. When you have expectations and they aren't met, you're upset, right? And if you're waiting on outside praise or recognition, you're always beholden to it. By having no attachment, you are free. Your full, effortless effort is also required because we're all in this together. What is called for now is a solution for everyone, every sentient being, every stakeholder on the planet. And the cosmic catalyst question this asks is, when is the last time I have felt in a state of flow and effortless effort? And a little cosmic checkbox is something you can try is for the next 24 hours, put your full effortless effort into one project and record what happens with that. So that is great. I love that because it basically is, what is your attachment? Why are you doing what you're doing, right? Because when we have the attachment to it that I'm doing this because I want praise, I want love, I want money, I want, then when we don't get that, like it says, expectations equal disappointment. And so this crap that we're dealing with is because the outside world is not matching up to our inside world. And I love this beautiful soul named Byron Katie. And she has this book called Loving What Is, and this whole process called The Work. And you can see it at thework.com. But something that she says is, when your expectations and thoughts battle against reality, reality wins, but only 100% of the time, which is so true, right? We can have all these expectations of how we think life is supposed to unfold, but when it doesn't, it just causes this battle inside. So I love that. We're also going to pull from the Sun and Moon Tarot here. By the way, any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below, but let's take a look and we'll see what else Spirit would like you to know about dealing with this crap. One more time. All right, so what else for reading number one? What else do you want them to know about this? Okay, so they do want these three here, and what else? Okay, and these three over here. We'll leave that Ace of Wands over there, and then we are going to pull from the Universe Has Got Your Back deck as well. Let me just get the cards pulled here. So what else here? Okay, this one's for over here. And then you also have another amazing deck. I love all of these. This is the You Are Awesome deck. And these just offer some great inspiration and just some encouragement, which obviously when we're feeling like crap, we do that. And then we'll use the Everyday Tarot here if we need any clarification on anything. So we'll look at these cards first. Excuse me. And you have, first of all, the Lover's card, which is really about emotional choice. So the situation can also be dealing with love. And, well, yeah, you have the Ten of Cups here. So this cups are your emotions, and the Ten of Cups is all about this feeling this wholeness and this completeness and this huge flow. And I like the way you have this one because they have the Ace of Cups here, which overflows and fills up all these other cups. And we'll talk about that in a sec here. I love you have two here and two here. And then you have the King of Wands, which is actually holding on to the Ace of Wands here. So this is beautiful. King of Wands. Wands is really your drive, your passion, your inspiration. And so for dealing with all this stuff here, I love this message because the Lover's card represents this power of emotional choice, and it comes down very simple, where it's every moment is either of unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love. So, this card kind of talked about it a little bit, about what are your intentions? Why are you striving for what you're striving for? Why are you feeling what you're feeling? And it brings in this wonderful power, letting you know that in any moment, no matter what happens, we can choose what we want to feel as we go through it. And I know when we first hear that, we're like, I don't feel like I'm making a choice. This thing happens and this is how I feel. It's so fast and I don't feel like I can change that. And believe me, when I first heard that message, that's exactly what I thought. And then Spirit was so kind to just have patience with me and sit me down and show me that, all humans as children, we're all given this popular opinion, is what I'll call it, on how we're supposed to feel about something when it happens. And this popular opinion is fed to us over and over and over again, and we take it on as our opinion, and then we take it on as our habit, that when this thing happens, this is how we feel. And then it becomes such a big piece of our habit that we then take it on as our reaction. So it happens so fast, it doesn't feel like we're making a choice. But if we take a deep breath and after something happens, we can look back and go, oh, that's not how I wanted to feel as I went through that. I'm going to change that. And we start creating a new habit where eventually, as we're going through it, we're able to switch how we feel about it midstream. And then eventually, even as it's coming up, we head it off at the pass and feel a different way than we used to about it. So there's this great power that comes in with that. And then with the 10 of Cups, like I mentioned, they have the Ace of Cups up there. And what brings you this emotional fulfillment is the choosing of the unconditional love that's attached to the spirit world. The King of Wands being your passion, your drive, your ambition. It's also your energy and your spiritual energy. And the King being the highest of the suit, that's the highest spiritual energy that you can experience, which would be your higher self, which would be the creator and spirit, that whole realm of unconditional love on the other side. So this is so perfect, showing you that this is how you can become effortless with your efforts. Because what's drawing you into the crap area are those expectations. We are taught those opinions that are rooted in fear. We fear rejection. We fear what that means about us, that situation. And so all of that just drags us into there. But what brings us out of that is connecting to this unconditional love that we find inside. Because when you're disappointed enough on the outside, then you turn inward for the answer, for that wholeness and that emotional completeness. Let me see what we have here. It says, I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. So that's what this reading is all about today. So they are definitely, when you connect to that higher realm and connect to the spiritual world, they have clarity. They have no other ulterior motives. They just are full of unconditional love, and they will guide you. They'll bring you that direction, and they will show you the way. And I love dragonflies. This is a symbol of transformation. They move from a larvae in the water, and then they, turn into something that flies in the air. So there is this transformative energy that's coming in here for you as well. And then we come over to this side, and of course we have the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands can mean new passion, new energy coming in for you, a new start, a new spark. And so this crappy feeling that we're having, this is like this, it's igniting you into this new place, entering into this new area. All this energy that we've been investing in feeling crappy, we can now invest in happiness and gratitude, what we're wanting to experience. Let's see what else we got here too. Yeah, you have the Princess of Cups, who also has the Ace of Cups. So this is new love and messages of love too, which as you connect to the spirit realm, you'll get that clarity and those messages coming in. But it is moving to this new level of love that you haven't experienced before, which is great. Yeah, because here's the Five of Cups. So perfect. This is kind of telling us what the crappiness is coming from. So I'll sorry about the glare there. Let me try to do it without a glare. So you can see 3 cups are knocked down, and then there's 2 cups that are left, because the 3 cups are floating here in the water, and you have the 2 cups there in front of you. So this is so perfect, because the 3 cups represent the 3 areas of our life that bring that disappointment. That's where the crappy feelings come from, when we try to define our emotional worth and our emotional fulfillment on the outside. One of the cups is relationships. The second cup is situations like your job, your education, situations, social status that we can get ourselves into. And the third thing is our bodies, possessions, and bank account. And of course, all 3 of those things, if they fulfill us at all, they don't fulfill us for very long, because they're unstable, they're temporary. Relationships, people change or they pass away. Situations never stay the same. And of course, things in our bodies break down, deteriorate, are stolen, burned down. So that's why they're mourning over those, because it's spilt cups. They are not filled up or fulfilling because they're dumped over, right? But the Two of Cups that are here is beautiful. It comes back to the twos here of those emotional choices. The Two of Cups would be a lot like the Lover's card, where it's you have a choice every moment between unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love, fear of that abandonment and that rejection and all that, the crappy stuff. So, and then it even says disappointment at the top. So that's, basically what we're facing here with the expectations equal disappointment. And the guide here is to turn to that unconditional love within us when we're ready. And we won't turn inward until we've had enough of the disappointment on the outside. Because we have this stubborn hope that, nope, relationship's going to make me feel whole. Nope, this situation is, nope, this money or, my body or possessions, this is going to make me feel whole. But eventually we'll have enough disappointment where it will turn us inward. And then let's pull this final card here that says, the only person I need to prove anything to is myself. And so far, that person is impressed. Now, let's focus on dinner. Yes. So, perfect card to end your reading on here, because it does say the only person you need to prove anything to is yourself. And so when we're trying to prove things to the outside world, that is such a stressful and confining life. It's not that freedom like it talks about here. But once you turn inward and connect to this beautiful love from above, you'll feel free, you won't feel as crappy, and you'll just have this love fill you up and overflow out into your life and have a blast. So I love this message here for you. If you are looking for even more messages of love from above, in addition to these types of pick a card readings, I also put out weekly energy updates for each of the zodiac signs, also monthly readings for each zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love and it gets these messages out to more people, because when you like a video, share a video, comment on a video, or subscribe to the channel, those things make the YouTube algorithm so giddy excited that it wants to share the videos of this channel with other people. And doing those things also helps my channel grow in significant ways. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, I am very grateful. Also, these are general readings. If you're looking for personal readings where you get specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer those personal readings, and that information is listed in the description box below. All right, all you beautiful people, have an amazing week. I'm sure we'll be talking soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care. If you chose reading number 2, which is card number 41, which says, your greatest joy pollinates the world. I love this one. And this says that it doesn't have to be hard unless you've decided that's how you want it. If you want it crappy, it can be crappy. It's awesome. Your greatest joy is your barometer for what you could be doing in this situation. Joy is not simply what makes you happy for a fleeting moment, but what truly makes you feel fulfilled and fully utilized. Bees are naturally attracted to pollen, and as a byproduct, they pollinate 1/3 of every bite of food we eat globally. Your joy will naturally pollinate the world, creating the nectar of blooming byproducts from stumbling into new ideas, connections, ventures, and projects that allure you. And the cosmic catalyst question that this asks is, what am I compelled to do regardless of whether or not I'm paid? And a little cosmic checkbox thing you can do if it resonates says, bring your joy to the surface today by blocking off time simply for the fulfilling activity you identified, no matter what it is. Love it. So this is great. So I kind of feel like the crappy feeling that you have is because you're not living your dream. You're living a dream that was handed over to you from someone else, right? It's like forcing a bee to, I don't know, build beaver dams. It's like, it's going to be hard because they have to slowly have little twigs because they can't carry big trunks. It's not what they're naturally attracted to, but they're forced to do it. It's just going to be hard, right? And they're not going to enjoy it. But if it's something that comes naturally and brings you joy, then that's what brings benefit to the world and makes you feel happy about it, instead of like, you wake up in the morning going, crap, I got to go live my dream today. And if that's the way you feel, then that's not your dream. We're, of course, going to dig in deeper here through the Sun and Moon Tarot. And by the way, any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. But we'll give these a shuffle here, maybe, and see what else they'd like to clarify and add for you here. One more time. All right, so what else for those that chose number 2? Okay. We've got 4 for over here, and then what about for this side? Okay, we got 3 for over here. And then we're also going to pull from the universe has your back and see what they'd like to add here. Very encouraging cards. I love these cards here. So that's one here. And then we also have the You Are Awesome deck. During crappy times, we can definitely use encouragement, right? All right, so what's for over here, please? All right, and that one's for over here. And then if we need any clarity on anything, we'll use these everyday tarot for that. But what we'll do, we'll start with these over here. And so you start off with the Strength card, card number 11. So this is beautiful in a couple ways, because this represents your human self and your higher self. So this is the character that you're playing here on the planet, you know, your little avatar that you're living this human experience through. And up here is the actor behind the character, which is a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that is made of unconditional love. And I love with this theme about dreams, as you connect to your higher self, you understand more about the unconditional love that's in your heart, and you understand more about the passions of how you want to uniquely express that unconditional love to the world in your own unique way, rather than living someone else's dream. This is about, you know, kind of making a wish under the full moon about what you want in life and how you want to shine bright and, you know, illuminate the darkness of, you know, like that's going on in the world. And so I feel like that's a big piece of what's going on here. You have the 5 of Wands, which says strife. We'll come back to this one here. You also have the Wheel of Fortune. So that's beautiful. Perfect. Wheels are turning. Things are changing. And then you have Abundance, 3 of Cups. Perfect. So put that right here. And we'll come back to this in a sec. So I love the combination of all this, because the 3 of Cups, besides joy, 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 which it talks about here, I kind of call this the joy card. The 3 of Cups also represents the posse of support you have on the other side. It's a special card that the Spirit has said, whenever this comes up, this is us saying hello, that you're not alone, you're supported. You know, you've got Spirit and the Creator, and you've got your guardian angel and all your angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones who have already gone to the other side, your ancestors, just a whole slew of beings of unconditional love and light that have got your back, right? Well, so the universe has got your back card here in a sec, but this is them saying, yes, we support you. We want to help you with your dream. If you know, as you connect to your higher self and become more aware of who you really are, that opens you up to communicating with all of those beautiful, beautiful beings of light and love on the other side that will help you with all that. The Wheel of Fortune comes in too, in that, you know, 10 is endings and new beginnings. And there is this story that Spirit gave me around the Wheel of Fortune. It basically says your higher self, before you came down and became your little wolf in this picture, You chose, one, who you wanted to be and experience this life through, when you were going to be born, when you're going to withdraw out of your body and become just spirit again, and all these fated events, all this stuff that you wanted to experience as you went through life. So sometimes crappy things come in that we appear as them being crappy, right? But they don't have to be. Like this card said, if you choose to, you want it to be that way, that's fine. Because we do have our power of choice, our free will, that within each of those fated events, we still get to choose what any of it means about us, what it means about the world, what we want to feel as we go through it. So what story we put to it and what emotion we want to feel as we go through it are still in our hands. So when it talks about if you want it to be crappy, that's cool. You know, we came down here to experience those emotions because in experiencing who we're not, we more understand fully who we are. Like experiencing sadness, we understand what joy is, right? This is all about joy. And if you're always around joy 100% of the time, you don't even realize you were having joy. You don't understand what joy is. And one of the examples they gave me, which made sense, was it's like breathing air. You don't realize you're breathing air until you are 6 feet underwater looking up at air going, that is air, this is non-air. Now I have appreciation for both, and I'm swimming back toward air because I need it to breathe. So that experience is what this Wheel of Fortune is, because it takes us out of this place of feeling like a victim of life where things are happening to us and feeling crappy. And it transforms us into realizing that life is happening for us, and we get the strength and the power back. The Five of Wands really supports all that too, because Wands is our drive, our passion, our inspiration, our energy overall. And the fives are about a transformation of how we're looking at things. In the beginning, it looks like they're battling. Usually there's 5 people battling with their wands and these giant staffs, right? Like a kung fu movie, and they're all beating up on each other. And you're like, oh my gosh, they're trying to hurt one another. They're trying to, hurt. It's a strife there, right? It's like this is vindictive and vicious and full of fear. And then eventually one person's remaining standing and the other 4 are laying exhausted. And the person standing's barely standing. They're almost exhausted too. And you're like, what's going to happen next? Is he going to kill them all? And then they all start laughing. And then they help each other up. And they walk buddy back down a path to the monastery meal hall where they all have a meal together. And you're like, oh, wow. They weren't trying to hurt one another. They're all out of love for one another, helping each other train and improve their skills. So the energy transforms from one from fear and crappiness to one of joy and love. So I like that this message is coming in here for you. And it says, my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. Happy, happy, joy, joy. So it's trusting. Do we trust that everything that's coming into our life is happening for us? Then we can be happy about it, even though we're like, you know what? I don't understand what it is, but you transform the energy from being something of fear that means something negative about you to something more positive. Let's see if I can. Sorry about that glare there. I just noticed that half the cards you couldn't see. All right, I think that'll be okay. And then we're going to jump over onto this side and see what else they'd like to add. Yeah. So you got the death and the rebirth. So it's time to rise from the ashes. There's time for endings. You had endings and new beginnings with that Wheel of Fortune. Here it is being re-emphasized over here. It's time to move beyond that, the fire and whatever we were looking at things. You're ready to look at it in a different way. You're ready to let some other things go and make room for new things coming in. Yeah, 8 of Cups. Cups are emotions. 8 of Cups is all about moving to a new level in your emotions, leaving behind those things that no longer serve you, those emotions that no longer serve you, and moving to really the 9 of Cups is what comes next, which is a wish fulfillment card. It's about finding your emotional fulfillment from within instead of looking for it from the outside of the world there. Yeah, and then you have the Princess of Wands. So you really are grasping onto this energy here, and the Ace of Wands in her hand here allows her new levels of energy coming in. And it also, the wands represents your spiritual energy, and the pages, which the princess is normally pages in the standard tarot, represent messengers. So you have messengers of spirit coming in. So with all of this about connecting to the higher realm and your posse saying, hey, they are ready to speak with you. And so when you raise your vibration intentionally from this place of fear, which is very noisy and chaotic, and you raise it to of love and joy and peace and laughter, that's the frequency at which spirit speaks, and they'll just be blah, 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 and want to speak to you. So definitely this is them saying, take time to talk to us. And this is hilarious. This is a bat of honey and with these bees. Being sweet can be messy, but whatever. I embrace the stickiness of good intentions and hope it sticks to others. This is perfect. So this honey here, this sweetness, this joy that you're able to fill up with because of this overflows out. And like it mentioned, your joy pollinates the world and it gets sticky on them. The honey, the sweetness that you're able to give to others, when you find that within yourself, that love within yourself is beautiful and brilliant, and you can't help but be seen. It's like this. I love the pictures of the phoenix rising from the ashes and all these full moons, because it represents you shining bright in the crappiness that's going on in the world. Darkness comes naturally, and when we come here to experience darkness, so we understand light, right? But you're able to stand out and really be bright, and there's even a big moon sun here. But this is you're this giant flame, the bonfire that people can't help but see. In the night sky is this giant phoenix of fire and brightness appears. Your joy is just contagious, and people can't help but smile and laugh around you because you just have this exuberance that's flowing out of you to all the world, and it can't be hidden. So I love this message for you. If you are looking for even more messages of love from above, in addition to these pick a card readings, I also put out weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, also monthly readings for each zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button. Also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. If you go in there and select the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, and it helps get the messages out to more people. Because when you like a video, share a video, comment on a video, especially subscribing to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy and wants to share the videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I am very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, beautiful people, as you go through this next week in life, know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, and of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week. We'll be talking soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care. All right, if you chose reading number 3, which is card number 24, the little love letter of synchronicity, and it says, synchronicity is a love letter from the universe across time and space. And we'll read from the little book here. It says, ahoy, there's magic afoot. This card asks you to make magic by looking at everything anew, from the understanding of the language of signs, symbols, and synchronicities. The question or issue at hand is not simply black or white. You're called now to look with new eyes, hear with new ears, and feel in new ways. A song might not just be a song. There's magic in the right lyric at the right time talking to you. A piece of artwork that catches your eye at the right moment could be the answer you seek. A tidbit of a conversation you overhear could contain the exact message you need at this time. An animal that crosses your path is an auspicious way, may have a symbolic meaning meant exactly for you at this moment. There's an interconnected entanglement in our world that's not simply cause and effect, and you cannot make sense of it with your rational brain. The cosmic catalyst question that it asks here is, what past seeming coincidences can I look back on and make magic with a different perspective? And the cosmic checkbox here, if this resonates for you, it says, open up your favorite book and flip to page 25 for a message. Oh, I wonder if I flip to page 25 here, if there's a message for you. Let's take a look. And I'm just going to read the top of the page. It says, I know I haven't asked for you to comment yet. Your divine destiny is opening to the mythic story you're scared to proclaim. The ascending silver age. It's not an accident you created Silver Dragon when you were a kid. Are you a guardian, like a guiding angel? Sure, you can say that, but maybe more accurately, like Kundalini energy rising. That's serpent energy connected. Also connected to your root expression, power, passion, fire, even sexual energy rising, red. So I love that, because this is like a message from a higher guide for you, like this love letter from the universe. It's like all of this, it's like an invitation to say that you get messages all the time, and especially dragons. I know dragons in the Western and kind of Europe are known as these fiery breathing dragons that had to, that killed and pillaged and needed to be killed. But in the Orient, the Chinese dragon, the flying dragons, were known as these very mystical, compassionate, knowledgeable, wise beings, these ethereal beings that were in search of truth. And so they would come to you to bring messages. And I kind of feel like this is what they're wanting to bring in for you, is that everywhere you're getting all these messages. And even though this crappy situation is happening, the way we're looking at it, we can change the perspective and try to see, what message is this trying to tell me? And so I love this kind of transformation. We'll dig in more, of course, on here. I'm also going to pull from the Sun and Moon Tarot, which, by the way, any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. But let me just give these a quick shuffle, and we will see what else they'd like to add into that. One more time. All right, so what else would you like those that chose reading number 3 to know about this synchronistic love letters? Okay, you have these 3 here. And then what about over here? Okay, they do want to these 3 over there. Then we're also going to pull a card here from the Universe Has Got Your Back. Let's see what else they'd like to add. I know when we're going through crappy situations, these are wonderful, encouraging cards, and so we can definitely use some encouragement during those. So we'll use that one there. And then we're also going to pull from the You Are Awesome deck for more messages. All right, so what else here, please? Nope, none of those. Nope, they didn't say on any of those either. Okay. Okay, it's this one right here. And actually, you get 2. Yeah, 2. All right, and then if we need any other clarity, we'll use these everyday tarot for that. But we'll start over here. And you've got the 5 of Pentacles to start off. And the 5 of Pentacles does have this abandonment feeling, like you feel like the world has left you unfulfilled, left alone, and you can't depend on anyone in the outside world. So it's kind of like, definitely like this abandonment feeling. But up above here, there's this huge church building, and this is the 5 of Pentacles, this window here made of the stained glass. I couldn't remember what stained glass was called. The stained glass represents the abundance of the Creator. This Five of Pentacles is about your worth and about how you feel about yourself and your worthiness to receive. So with it coming with this love letter here, there is this underlying, maybe even subconscious, that you are concerned that you have been left alone, and that, Spirit and Creator and the spirit world wouldn't want to communicate with you. And why would they want to? I'm not worthy. There's kind of that crappy feeling that comes in with that, of this feeling. And we'll dig more in here too. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah. So you got the Queen of Swords. So swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes. The Queen of Swords is this balance between heart and mind, and she has this Ace of Swords that allows you to connect to higher truths and cut away the small t truths of this unworthiness. And then you have the Chariot, the power of choice. Perfect. So with these three cards showing up together here, the story that comes in here is this transformation of how you look at yourself and the power that you can attain back as you connect to this higher truth here, that you are so loved, you are a being made of unconditional love, and you are unconditionally loved. There's nothing you can do to lose it, to be abandoned. There's nothing you can do to gain any more of it, because you have it all already. And this Five of Pentacles is this transformation of perspective, of seeing and thinking that your worth is dependent upon the outside world, and that the outside world is what brings you your sustenance of life, where you transform, realizing it's the Creator of all things that actually brings us what we need in our lives. And it has this kind of this picture of ordering something from Amazon, and it gets delivered by the post office or UPS or FedEx. UPS and those delivery services are not who's bringing, not providing it to you. They're just the delivering mechanism. And so you understand and you start going, wow, so I don't have to worry as much about, having what I need in my life, because it's not dependent upon humans. My source is the Creator, who has endless resources and overly abundant, and I can't piss them off because they love me unconditionally. So they're not going to withhold stuff from me to punish me like humans would. The unconditional love that the Creator has is like, yeah, I'm going to bring you what you need because I love you. And yeah, sometimes we might act like little brats when we go into fear. The Creator understands that. He loves us anyway, just kind of chuckles because they understand and see the big picture, and so that unfolds. And the Chariot comes in because it tells us that in every moment we have a power to choose. There's always two choices, both on what story we apply to a situation, what emotion we're going to feel as we go through a situation. And one is either of unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love. That love from above, and the other love that's conditional and rooted in the fear of the human. So you have these two sides of things that we're looking at, and you get to choose. And it's not wrong to choose to worry and to do all that, because we come here to experience this giant amusement park full of fear rides. So if we get on a fear ride and ride it for a bit, that's fine. When we're tired of feeling that way, knowing that you have a choice to choose something different is where this freedom comes in, and we can turn this crappy situation that we're feeling into a love letter instead. Let's see what else they have to say here. Here, I'll show it to you first and then I'll read it. This says, "Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good." Yeah, so we can definitely trust that everything is unfolding perfectly for us, and we can choose to see that if we want, and then we can also choose to feel sorry for ourselves and feel like a victim of life and all that stuff. But this love letter, this synchronicity, basically tells you can trust that anything that's happening and unfolding in your life is unfolding for you. It's not designed to punish you or happen to you. So this trust, this faith we can have in the Creator, in the universe, that everything is unfolding perfectly for us, allows us to transform this. Let's take a look here and see what else they want to say on this side. Okay, the Queen of Wands. So another queen. We'll put her down here. Actually, we'll put her right here. And then you have the Six of Cups. And then also the King of Wands. So you have the King and Queen of Wands. So you have the divine masculine and feminine energy here, which is very powerful, because I feel like this transformation that happens in all of this is beautiful, because this is your, Wands is your passion, your drive, your inspiration, your overall energy, and your spiritual energy. And I really feel like you start taking command of where you are focusing your energy, what choices you're making. You're understanding that, wait a minute, if this is happening for me, I'm going to start making a choice to see, what can I learn from this? Seeing life in a positive way, because you realize this Ace of Wands here is like a magic wand. Wherever you point it is what grows and expands in your life. So if you want to focus on the worry and the abandonment feelings and all those emotions that are tied into fear, that's what expands in your life. But when you grow sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, knowing you can choose to point your wand in the direction of gratitude, in the direction of what you are thankful for, what you're wanting to have in your life, not focusing on what you don't want in your life. Like, I don't want that in my life. I don't want that in my life. It's like, why is it growing? Because you're pointing at it. Point over here and go, I want that in my life. And then that grows and this diminishes. So this grasping of your power and what you're able to do, I love that. And then the Six of Cups. Cups are your emotions. And the Six of Cups is called kind of like the nostalgia card. It's looking back at your old emotions, your old experiences. Like this talked about, how can you look back on a different situation and see it differently? That's what the Six of Cups basically says. You look back at a memory, realizing that if every moment is truly like this Chariot, either of unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love, you look back at a situation and go, was I looking at it as a fearful event or a loving event? Well, usually if it's something crappy, it's full of fear, you can go back and look at it and go, okay, now that I'm getting this practice of looking at things that are understanding it's happening for me, let me look back. Like an example is relationships. I mean, hindsight is so beautiful, right? I used to journal as I was going through like over a 5, 6, 7 year period. And when I look back after 4 or 5 relationships, that lasted anywhere from a year up to 3 years, I look back over them all and I'm like, ding, ding, ding. I suddenly saw what message all these beautiful teachers of mine were trying to tell me about myself until I saw it. I saw the repetitious things, and I was able to look at my relationships totally different. And instead of feeling hurt and bummed out and, about how I felt I was treated and I can't believe I was betrayed and cheated on and all this stuff, that I looked at it going, oh, I see. The big message was, how can anyone love me more than I love myself? And when I saw my reflection of how I loved myself coming from the outside, it was like, oh my gosh, how true it was. I loved myself like this much. That's how much love could get in, because I had a very small piece of my self-love. And so we can go back and look at these situations and just kind of switch them and change the energy around them. So I love that for you. And it says, I get my friends and families back, sides and front. I got them. Plus, I may get a lift too. So I like that with this change of this way you're perceiving your old memories. It's like maybe in your mind and your heart, you built these walls against your family or friends or whatever situations because you felt the pain, you felt abandoned, you felt this fearful stuff. And when you're in fear, you build this wall of protection. So you lost them. They're out here and you're in here. And now with this wall being able to be moved down through this connection of this love and this power of choice, you're able to reestablish them and go, wait a minute, I didn't lose my family. I just had all this stuff going on the inside. They're still there. And then it says, dreams guide your path within this universe. I may need an ink-readable spacesuit. So pay attention to your dreams. I really feel like, the energy that's coming around, these are timeless readings. Whenever you're coming across this, you might have been having these dreams about these situations, right? All this stuff coming up, and synchronicities can come in your dreams too. It's a lot of times where spirit, your higher self and your soul and your brain, all of them, it's a beautiful place to be able to bring in things to think about, because it's all working. It's all the stuff that's going on in your subconscious and in your dream world, and they just bring things up, knowing that whoever appears in your dream is usually not them. It's a piece of yourself reflecting back, right? But it takes on the roles and the characters of all these so that we're able to start approaching them. It's even in the real world, in, I guess, the dream world of the physical world out here, we'll see characters come in that will start being mirrors for us, because our brain can only handle so much. Our conscious brain can only handle so much. So we deal with the dreams and subconscious, but also we start to have people move into our peripheral vision out here that are mirrors of reflecting back emotions that are really going on inside of us, for us to transform those and change those too. So beautiful, beautiful messages coming in here synchronistically. So keep your eye out as much as you can in the outside world. Pay attention to your dreams. Beautiful, beautiful messages coming in and helping you turn these crappy type of feelings and emotions through your power of choice into something loving and joyful and peaceful, even full of laughter. So I love this for you. If you are looking for even more messages of love from above, in addition to these pick a card readings, I also put out weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, also monthly readings for each zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button. Also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you will be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love and helps get these messages get out to even more people who may need those, because when you like a video, you share a video, comment on a video, and especially subscribing to the channel, it makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy excited. It wants to share the videos of this channel with other people as well. And it also helps my channel grow in significant ways. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, I am very, very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, amazing people, as you go throughout this next journey, please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, and of course, I love you too. Have an amazing journey. I'm sure we'll be talking soon. In the meantime, you hang in there, and you take care. All right, and if you chose reading number 4, which is the hero card here, the hero of your cosmic journey, card number 11, Roman numeral XI, then this is the reading for you. And this one says, the attributes of this energy are about a path of divine destiny, mythic story, grand adventure, quest. You are the one that you've been waiting for. You are the mythic story coming to life. This great adventure is exactly as you intended to fulfill your destiny of greatness. The legend of the hero is deep within our collective consciousness because that's our path to fulfilling our greatest purposes here. The hero is willing to go forth even when they are uncertain of what's next or going through crappy stuff, right? They are driven by a greater purpose and many times reluctantly drawn into adventure. But once on the path, moving forward, help comes through new allies, guides, and even magical gifts awaiting discovery. Then there's a point of no return, a symbolic death to what was in order to continue evolving into what's next, knowing their world will never be the same again. Then, together with their friends, they must defeat the guardian at the threshold, the final test in their saga. And finally, they return home with even greater powers bestowed upon them to share for the benefit of all. So pull the sword from the stone and let's begin the quest with the questions. And these are the potential questions that you can ask. And the first one is, what is my cosmic journey quest? Number 2, where am I on my cosmic journey? Number 3, how would I write my full cosmic journey story as the hero? Number 4, what can I do to activate more of my allies, my guides, and magical help in my life? And lastly, number 5, what is my cosmic hero's name? Wow. Loving this for you. So definitely they're saying that this crappy situations that have come into your life where you're feeling like the darkness or the, like all the hero stories, it's like facing circumstances and situations that feel unbeatable, and dun da da da, you have help that comes, answers that comes, the plot twist that comes, and changes the light of what's going on in the situation. So I love that. We're all, of course, going to dig in deeper here. I'm going to use the Sun and Moon Tarot, and any of the cards I use in a reading, by the way, I do list in the description box below. And let's take a look here. All right, what else do you have for our heroes, please? Okay, so they do want that one and that one for over here. And then what about over here? Okay, give those 2. And they do want that one. All right. And we're also going to pull a card here from the Universe Has Your Back. So during those dark times and these dark battles, this is the Calvary. This is, they've got your back. You have their support. Okay, that's the one right there. And then we'll also pull from the You Are Awesome deck. And see what they'd like to add. All this encouragement and reinforcement. Okay, they do want that one right here. Okay. All right, so let's dive in over here and see what else they want you to know here. So you do have the 7 of Wands. Look at that valor up top here. So you do have this amazing ability to overcome anything. You have the higher ground. You have the energy and the passion and the drive and the ability to beat anything down. I know that maybe not be the normal definition, whatever, of 7 of Wands, but I'm reading these intuitively, especially with this hero journey here. This is you. I mean, valor. What else? That's what heroes bring, right? This valor. Knights have valor. And then you have the Emperor. Yep. So you have the power, you have the ability. This reminds me, the Lord of the Rings in one of the, I forget which one it was, they were protecting the keep, I think, or one of these areas that the enemy was busting through, and they were just covering. There was so many of them. And then the wizard, he came over the mountain with all of these other individuals on horses that came down to help defeat him. And the thing he said is, look for the sun, or look for the light in the morning. And this is like the sun was just coming over the rise when they all came over and went down to fight him. And so I feel like this is them saying, you have the reinforcements, you have the power, you're in control. You, like it says, the Emperor brings in a lot of power powerful energy and stability in your life as well. And then you have the hermit. So the hermit's journey is that he turns inward to find his wisdom, to find the light. They normally have a lantern. In this one, he has a hourglass. But they normally have a lantern that they're carrying. And within that lantern is this bright star that is your higher self. It's the spiritual world that are guiding your path, showing you the way. And so turning inward and connecting to that is a huge part of this too, of your cosmic journey, connecting to your hugest support group, which is that posse of beings on the other side. I mean, you've got the creator, you have spirit, you have your guardian angel and all of your angels, you've got your spirit guides, you have loved ones who were here that have already gone to the other side, you have your ancestors, just a whole slew of beings of unconditional love and light that are your cavalry, they are your support. You know, it's talking about all those allies and all those things that are coming in. You have them and they do have your back, which the universe has got your back card says, when I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. I feel like this is the third eye connecting to the higher realms, the third eye chakra, seeing things from that higher perspective and definitely connecting to the higher realms. So faith and trust is a huge thing. When you can trust that your cosmic journey is happening on purpose, for a purpose, and that it's not an out-of-control drama train that's just flying all over the place, but that there's these fated events that are unfolding on purpose, for a purpose. And within each, you still have your power to choose within each one of those what it means and how you want to feel. But just knowing that it's not this out-of-control thing, that everything is happening on purpose for you and not happening to you, it helps you very much on your hero's journey. See what else they want to add to that. Yeah, 6 of Wands, victory. Dun, da, da, da. So perfect. Exactly what a hero wants to see, right? And then you have the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is beautiful because it's your emotions. But all the queens, in addition to rolling over their element, which she rolls over water, all of the queens get an extra portion of water. So she's double water, which gives you the ability to connect to the higher realms, connect to the unconscious, the spirit world. And so this is much like the high priestess who connects to the eye in the sky, right? Which is who you have as your ally. So this is this nudge about trust your gut, trust your instinct, develop that relationship of trust and love with your spiritual posse that has your back. Oh yeah, and if I had any doubt, the moon, which is definitely all about connected to the higher realms, the subconscious, diving deep into that spiritual sea and connecting to the higher realms, both in the new moons and the full moons, maybe even following the phases of the moon and the signs that the moon are in. They have wonderful websites and everything out there. I haven't quite got to the point yet. I am studying astrology, and there's some great sites and stuff out there. I might throw out, there's this wonderful, sweet English lady, Jenny Florence, and I'll try to remember to put a link to her page down here, because she does put out each week the phases of the moons and how they're impacting us. And I really feel with both of these coming out and showing both of the different phases that it's important for you on your journey to know what energy you're dealing with each day. And it helps you, like you're not going blindly into a battle each day. You're aware of what forces you're coming up against. So in fact, let me just jot that down here so I don't forget, because they really are like, don't forget that. Okay, so I have it written down. And then your final message here, it says, sometimes I check my surroundings and realize friendships are closer than I thought. Having eyes on my sides does not help with my peripheral awareness. So great message here, because a shark, they only can see like this way and this way. Sometimes they don't see what's right in front of them, but that's where this higher looking at things comes into play. And I really feel like that's building upon this message of the awareness of your surroundings, that having that awareness as you go into each day of what energies are coming in the moon, because the moon impacts our mood, it impacts our emotions, because we are made of so much water, and you know how the moon impacts the tides and all of that. It does influence the tides, so it does influence us, especially if there's like a super moon, when the moon is closer to the earth than its normal orbit, or the furthest away from us, because the moon doesn't like have a perfect circle. It's more of an oval. So when it hits the earth, when it's on this little place, the supermoons impact our tides more and our emotions more. Same like a full moon really expands our emotions, and the new moon allows us to plant new seeds and have this newness about us, and so there's so much wonderful energies that come in. And of course all the planets too, as they're going and mixing and interacting with the moon, bring in their own little special challenges for this cosmic journey that you're on. So I really feel a strong pull for you here, and this is not for everyone. Some of you may even want to study astrology and really delve into understanding not just your sun sign, but your moon sign, your rising sign, because they all give you different perspectives out of windows of what your life and your journey looks like. You can start with the Jenny Florence's page, because she does talk about, those types of energies. Like each Friday she'll put out what energies are coming from that Friday all the way through the next like Saturday or so, or Sunday, I believe. So gives you a good place to start and show you those energies. So I love it, love it, love it. All right, let you know if you are looking for even more messages of love from above. In addition to these videos, these pick-a cards, I also put out weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, also monthly readings for each zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button. Also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, and it helps the messages get out to other people that may need it. Because when you like a video or you share a video, comment on a video, and especially subscribing to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy happy. It does want to share the videos of this channel with other people. And also doing those things helps my channel grow. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I am very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, beautiful people, as you go throughout your journey, please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing time. I'm sure we'll be talking soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.